that's what this video is about. I feel like I've been kind of rambling, but I guess that's... So in this video, I'm gonna be talking more about urban car camping because I am in New York currently, not in the city, but just maybe an hour or so outside of the city, up in the Hudson Valley area, I guess. And just how different it is to car camp in more urban areas compared to out west where there's like more public lands. So, well, this is my third night in a Walmart parking lot, basically. That's kind of the only option. I started the trip on Long Island, and because I was at the beach, and the first 2 nights I slept in my car at a campground in Montauk. I usually don't do the campground thing. I usually don't pay to camp, but I think, you know, it's a little different on Long Island. You know, there wasn't any options on freecampsites.net. You know, there's like no forest land. There's a lot of state parks. And that's where I ended up staying, was at a state park campground. So I just didn't feel comfortable. You know, they don't have like big box stores there. So I just didn't really feel comfortable just parking anywhere to sleep in my car. So I went with the campground route. And for a note of out of, you know, non-New York residents, they charge extra for that, which it's like, do they not want people to visit and spend money? Because they are making it more expensive. And that specific campground was actually double the price for out-of-state residents. And whereas I think some other ones were probably just like an extra $5, but this one in particular was double. And it wasn't even like, it had a nice view, but I didn't love it. The sites were so close together and without like any barriers in between, and it was just like all up in my neighbor's business, and they were all up in my business. And I actually, like, since I didn't set up my tent, I had left my like chair outside to kind of mark my spot, even though like it was reserved. And then I went out to go see the sunset. When I came back, my chair was gone, and I was like, someone must have not have thought I was coming back, and took my chair. And then I was like, well, I'm sure someone will return it by the morning. And sure enough, when I woke up in the morning, my chair was back. Someone had brought it back, so I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, because the next few days, I didn't know where I was gonna go, and that I couldn't make a decision. And then I got very anxious when the place I went to said that I couldn't stay there because it was too late in the day or something, and I would have had to make an online reservation. I got immediately really anxious because I didn't know where I was going to sleep that night, and I don't like that feeling at all. So it's just, yeah, you don't have as many options in the urban areas. You know, there have been places where I've slept in my car in like apartment complexes. I did that on my Colorado road trip a couple years ago, and that was fine. I don't really feel comfortable. I don't know. It depends on how desperate I am, you know. I think there wasn't many big box stores on Long Island where I was. So yeah. But now I drove out of the city and into the Hudson Valley area, and there's been Walmart, so I've just been sleeping here. Ideally, you know, I wouldn't want to sleep in a parking lot because it's busy and it's noisy and there's a lot of lights. But also, I mean, that can make some people feel a little bit more safe knowing, you know, if they're not comfortable in the woods or, you know, on public lands where they're by themselves, you know, knowing that there's people around could actually make some people feel a little bit more safer. Just depends on your thing. So And a thing here, you know, they have so many tolls, and I'm really not used to that anywhere other in the country, of having so many toll roads. And basically, the first time I came in the city, I went, I was coming from Vermont, and I passed through the toll area, and I'm like, oh yeah, tolls, they're like, what, $1 or so? And I wasn't thinking anything of it. And, you know, they mailed it to my house, and I realized it was like $13. I was like, holy shit, that's a lot more than I was expecting. And so now I'm like very trying to go every route, no tolls, which is usually like, you know, the back roads, which is fine with me because I have the time, right? But yeah, this has been the most recent road trip here. Again, you know, not like living in my car permanently, but, you know, sleep in my car, do a house sit, stay at a friend's house for a few days, do a house sit, like sleep in the car. It just, that's how it works for me, and I enjoy it. Oh, I was gonna say also, you know, I thought I was pretty unique with this idea of Camperolla, with taking out my car seat, you know. And then this summer, when I was working on the trail, I found out that some of the other Ridge Runners have like a similar setup in their sedans. Specifically, one of my coworkers, I think she said she had a Sentra, and she had taken out her back seats and and she's like tall like me, and she had a twin bed going into her trunk, and that's what she would sleep in. So she still had her passenger seat. You know what? I should have done like a tour of her car as a video, just to show like different options. And then I learned about another former Ridge Runner who had an even smaller car. I think I want to say it was like a Fiat or something, and I think they had done the same thing with the passenger seat, but even a smaller car. So, you know, here I was thinking I was like unique and original for doing something like this, but not. So yeah, people gotta make it work, however, and it's always interesting to see what other people are doing for getting out there. So thanks for following along, and hopefully this inspires some folks and gives some folks some new ideas of how to get on the road and to travel and do it cheaply. So till next time, bye.